Stadium in Iowa City. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
When you talk about a home field advantage, you have to consider Kinnick Stadium. The fans are right on top of the action. They are on top of the opponent's sideline, making it one of the most difficult places to play in all of college sports. Named after Niall Kinnick, a war hero. The beautiful wave to the Cancer Children's Hospital. This is one of the most iconic spots to watch a college football game in the country. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. The Hoosiers kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Tamari Malton. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. All right, guys, let's talk Iowa. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Hunt is on its way. Now on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a gap. It's Beebe. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
3rd down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Pressure coming, trying to get away. He won't have enough for the 1st down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down. And the Hoosiers send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll go to the counter. Got a little grass. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Trailing 7-0 as they try to get this offense humming. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the knee on 3rd down. To the air, it's Hoover. Makes the catch. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback keeps it. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Preston. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Got his man on the right. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
And obviously huge shoes to fill if you're Indiana's offense this season, having to replace a Heisman Trophy winner in Fernando Mendoza, David. And it's not going to be easy. And obviously you go to the portal and you try to bring the next guy in. But honestly, when you look at Indiana's quarterback play, it goes even beyond Fernando Mendoza to Curtis Rourke the year before that. They have been so consistent at this position as of late.
Yeah, and I think with Indiana proving who they are now as a program, like if you come here as a quarterback, you're going to have success. You're going to take a leap, a Fernando Mendoza type leap, right? Like where he was a good player, he became a great player. So people are going to continue to line up to play in a smart, efficient offense where you're going to have a lot of success.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Turning it on. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down.
That has to sting as a defense. In a third and obvious passing situation, you're going against this dual threat quarterback you know can scramble, right? You've got to have somebody at home either spying him or mirroring him, expecting that to happen. That time, the defense wasn't in the right position, and the quarterback absolutely killed them with his legs, picking up the first down.
About the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it. It's Richard. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him, had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Remember, got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Moulton. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Throws for the tight end. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house, but just a missed opportunity.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. They even things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They go to the counter. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. They'll run for it. Runs through a tackle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on 4th down.
And it's crazy. I don't even give a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
Makes the grab. It's shot. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
And the Hoosiers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll pull it down. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. With the catch, it's Becker. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. Looking to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. They'll just run the ball in the middle of the field and watch that clock continue to wind here late in the first half.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
He had nowhere to go. But those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, and then maybe he can make a move.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Tennessee in their matchup against the number 12 team, the BYU Cougars.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
And it's the home squad, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half.
He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
Right back to it. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. Quickly out to the tight end. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. That's caught. It's James. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Wants to adjust the pattern.
Hey, take it. It's an 80 Mustang. It's an 80 Mustang. Q. Hydro. Slash. Go.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Pulls it in. It's Marsh. Still on his feet at the 45. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll run it again. Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. And you saw it right there.
They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the defense doing its job again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground, forcing a 3rd down situation, likely to be a pass. Both defenses have played a really good football game so far.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Rifles it down the middle. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Hoover. Quick strike complete. Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his team.
Maybe some room here. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Right back to the well. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Finds his big tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride. There he goes!
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
First down here in what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. Motion from the wideout. On first down, it's Malton again.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Back to pass on second down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground.
Makes a deep grab. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
And they're attacking the middle of the field. That's a big gain by the offense. And I know the big fella, I know it takes him a second to get going, but once he gets 8, 10, 12 yards downfield, those are big strides, and it's hard for people to keep up with them. Really nice job getting vertical. Nice play by the offense.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Iowa! They move on top here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. With that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. On the ground, it's Richard. Turning it on! Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. Dropping back, it's Hoover. It's complete on the right side. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
This time it's complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Time is their enemy. It's running out on them. Down 4, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on fourth down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This